Hello everybody, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. So today's video is not going to be a workout video. I've had a lot of friends, family, and people on YouTube ask me, hey Joe, what do you eat? Like, what is your lifestyle usually comprised of? Do you eat healthy? Do you eat meats? All this sort of stuff. So I want to dive a bit into that today. What happened with me is I was living with someone in 2017, 2018. And they were doing the grocery shopping and the cooking, and they decided at that time, I'm not gonna buy any more meat. And I thought, oh my God, this is gonna be painful. You know, I can't live without meat, without chicken, and all that. So I started with it, and after they moved out, I decided, you know, I'm gonna stick with this and see where it leads me. So there's different aspects of having a more plant-based lifestyle. I do still eat meat from time to time. If I go to a friend's house or I'm going out for some food or a restaurant or something like that with friends, and I decide, hey, I want to have a burger today, I eat the burger. Or I'll have a steak, fish, chicken, whatever. Again, I'm not super strict on it, but at my own home, in my kitchen here, I haven't bought meat, chicken, fish, any of that stuff for probably about 6 years now. And I gotta say, I feel a lot better because of this. So again, I was really into the, you know, whatever you can buy in the store is healthy, assuming that it's more of a paleo style life, right? So your meats, your chicken, your fish, as long as you can pick it or cook it, I was eating it. However, when I started to get into the research more on the stuff that the meats that you're buying in the grocery store, a lot of that is just, it's pumped full of antibiotics and all that, and I wanted all that out of my life. So I got involved in a grain share when I was living in Manitoba, Canada. I was living in Manitoba, Winnipeg to be precise, and I decided that I'm gonna take part in a grain share. So around me, you can basically, you know, you want a portion of a cow, you pay $800 or whatever, and you get a portion of that cow. You'll get a certain amount of steaks, certain amount of ground beef, hamburger, whatever you want. I noticed that there was a farmer's market there, and once a year, this farmer's market would have a grain share where you'd put in basically $200, $150 to $200, and you would get a certain amount of hemp seeds, lentils, quinoa, different kinds of lentils, different kinds of beans, buckwheat, oats, wild rice, and you'd get some oils as well. Like you would get camelina oil, which I believe is kind of related to the flax family. So, and sunflower oil as well. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna stick with it. So for many years, and to this day I do the same, I've stuck with this lifestyle. Let's say you spend $200, and those grains, the lentils, the beans, the quinoa, all that stuff, the oats, it lasted me for basically 2 years, and it was only $200. So financial wise, eating a more plant-based lifestyle or eating more proteins that you're getting from plants, I thoroughly believe they are better. Some people are going to argue this. They're going to say, hey, no, I can't do that. And that's fine, you know, to each their own. I'm not trying to enforce this on anybody. I'm just kind of giving you my opinion. So again, if you're buying steak, meat, anything that's from animals nowadays, it's extremely expensive. If you want a nice steak, you know, even if you're getting them at Costco, you're probably going to spend $15 per steak, 15 or 20 bucks a steak. That steak is going to last you one meal for one day, and that is it. If you were to take that in perspective, if you were to spend $15 or $20 on beans, lentils, oats, any sort of grains that come from the ground or plants that come from the ground that are high in protein, again, hemp, lentils, quinoa, beans, any of those, oats as well, you spend $15 on that. You spend $15, for instance, on lentils, and you're probably going to eat for 2 months. Even the most expensive ones, which would probably be, I would say, quinoa, Quinoa is a little bit more expensive than, oats and buckwheat and all that. If you were to spend 15 or 20 bucks in quinoa, you would easily eat all month for 15 bucks or 20 bucks. You could eat it every day. You could probably eat it every meal, although some people get bored of that. I eat the same thing every day. I don't care. People always ask me, don't you get bored of eating the same thing every day? No, I don't. I love eating similar things every day, especially knowing that they're extremely healthy for me. So again, there's the financial aspect. One steak, one meal, 15, 20 bucks, and it's done. Lentils, you spend 15 bucks, you're going to eat all month. And another thing is, let's say you're cooking steak or chicken. If you decide to cook 4 or 5 at once, the way it tastes the first day you cook it is a lot different from how it tastes, 5 or 6 days later. And that's assuming that you've kept it perfectly in your fridge or freezer and it hasn't gone bad. If you're cooking a pot of quinoa or you're cooking a pot of lentils or beans, wild rice, I do eat a lot of wild rice as well. When you cook this, you can easily leave it in your fridge. You can cook 1 or 2 cups at a time. You can leave it in your fridge all week long. It doesn't go bad. It doesn't start to smell, none of that stuff. So that's kind of another benefit. Another thing that I was looking at is when you're eating meat, you're getting primarily fat and protein. You're getting some trace minerals, a bit of iron and stuff like that, but you're really not getting a lot of vitamins and minerals. And you're getting 0 fiber. No meat really has any fiber in it whatsoever. So again, protein, fat, trace minerals. Now, if you were to, for instance, eat lentil or quinoas, you have a lot of healthy protein. You have next to no fat. You do have certain healthy fats in hemp and quinoa, omega-3, omega-6. Omega-3 is a little bit healthier. So you're getting, when you do get fat in them, there is no fat in lentils. There's really no fat in beans or anything. But quinoa, hemp, you'll get a little bit of fat in them. So again, you're getting, in lentils, let's say you're getting you're getting no fat, you're getting a lot of protein, you're getting a ton of fiber, and you're getting all sorts of minerals and vitamins. In quinoa, it's similar. You're getting a lot of you're getting a lot of healthy fats, or I shouldn't say a lot of healthy fats, but you are getting some healthy fats. You're getting protein, you're getting all kinds of minerals and vitamins, and again, it's much easier to cook, and it's way cheaper as well, right? So everyone nowadays seems to be more financially strained with increasing prices of everything. So another reason is, for instance, if you have a cow, so let's say you're going to feed your family off a cow. A cow is going to consume roughly 1,500 acres a year of grass or food. So after, let's say, 3 or 4 years, let's just say 4 years for the sake of easing, to make this easier, let's say it's consumed 6,000 acres. Some farmers will say it's going to consume way more than 6,000 acres. Some will say it's going to consume less. And these are also free-range cows, so these are, the healthier type of cow. So after 4 years it's killed. That meat is basically going to feed roughly a family of 4 for about a year. When you plant 6,000 acres and you have lentils or oats or quinoa, buckwheat, flax, whatever on it, whatever grain there is, that is going to literally feed thousands of people for that amount of, just think, if you've got 66,000 acres and each person's only eating an acre a year, guaranteed there's going to be way more people that can eat 1 acre of food. So again, thousands and thousands of people can live off that 6,000 acres. So again, it's just better for the environment. A lot of times also you'll see that with meats, when you're talking big box stores and stuff like that, the animals are really not allowed to move much. They're just absolutely crammed into their pens like sardines. With chicken, even with fish and stuff like that, it's pretty disgusting. And then the chickens, the fish, the cows, they get either depressed or they get sad and sick. And that's not healthy. And so to keep them healthy, they pump them full of antibiotics. And again, if a friend of mine, for instance, shot a deer or a moose and said, hey, or caught some salmon or something, wild caught it, I would, for sure, I'm going to eat that. I got no problems eating that. But eating the stuff from, especially, the big box stores, Walmart and that, I avoid that completely. When I think of consuming it, I get pretty disgusted with it. So getting into some of the spices that I eat. Turmeric. Turmeric is a spice that I put in every meal. It's basically the world's most powerful anti-cancerous type spice. I love it. Again, I put it in smoothies. I make a lot of Indian food style dishes, so it's in pretty much all Indian foods. Turmeric, curcumin, saffron, coriander, all those things. So another thing I do is I do a fair amount of foraging. So I forage for mushrooms fairly often in the summer, depending on the season, depending on the mushrooms. A couple weeks ago, I was picking a ton of Great Western puffball mushrooms. They are fairly prominent in my area, so I would pick one and it was literally this big. It was like the size of a soccer ball, the size of my head. And I picked two of them. They weighed 10 pounds between the two of them, and they fed me all week long. So very, very good financial wise. If you can pick it wild, why not eat it, right? Another thing I consume is a fair amount of chaga tea. So chaga tea, do your research on it. It's one of the best teas, the most antiviral, antibacterial, anti-cancer, all that stuff. It's loaded with polyphenols, and it's basically going to make me, Joe 2.0. So that's how you got to look at it. What else do I have? I also search for coral tooth mushrooms. Coral tooth mushrooms, shaggy mane, those are some of my most favorite mushrooms to forage for and eat. If they're in your area, I recommend you try them. They are fantastic. And so another reason why I went to the plant-based lifestyle and I have stuck with it is I used to require glasses. For my license to drive, I required glasses. About 4 or 5 years after I switched to this plant-based lifestyle, I got my eyes checked twice. I got it checked about 2 years later and 4 or 5 years later, something like that. And the eye doctor said, hey, your vision's actually gotten better, so you're not required to wear glasses anymore when you drive. And I thought, that's strange. And I asked him, is that like a normal thing? He said, no. I think normally as people age, again, I'm 43 now, or I will be 43 in a couple weeks. As people age, usually their vision gets worse. And the only thing that I had changed the only thing that I can guess that I changed to make my eyes better is that I ate this plant-based lifestyle. Now, I consume probably more vegetables in one day than I want to say 90% of people consume in a week. And when I mean I consume more in a day, I'm probably consuming, I've never weighed them, but I probably consume 2-3 pounds of just vegetables. So that's zucchini, peppers, sweet peppers, some spicy peppers. Mushrooms, again, I pick a lot myself, so a lot of mushrooms, zucchini, squash, patty pans if it's the season, beets, some sweet potatoes or potatoes, lots of kale, broccoli, all those types of things. So I consume a significant amount. I'll probably put up some pictures in this video if I can, and I'll show you what some of my meals look like. And again, very, very plant-based. So, all pretty much mostly plant-based. I do add in some cheese. I cook with butter, so I'm by no means vegan. I have nothing against vegans. However, that's way too difficult for me. I love honey. I like eggs. I still cook. I still eat eggs. I do like cheese. So, and every now and then I will have some yogurt, usually some sort of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese style stuff. So, but yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much my rant. Again, turmeric, chaga tea. I picked a chaga tea myself. There's a forest not far from my house that has a lot of birch, and I'm able to find it wild there. Another thing that I pick a lot of in the summer is Saskatoons. So Saskatoon berries, they look very similar to blueberries. However, they are a little bit more dense in nutrition. So, and another one that I pick is called sea buckthorn. Sea buckthorn, there's, the levels of antioxidant levels, like, strawberries would be down here, blueberries a little higher, blackberries. And then you get into acai berries and all that, they're even healthier. If you look at sea buckthorn berries, they're like way up here. So I eat sea buckthorn berries and the leaves. I pick the leaves and I make sea buckthorn tea. And I gotta tell you, it tastes fantastic. The berries themselves from sea buckthorn, they taste like kind of a sour, bitter passion fruit. They're like little tiny miniature passion fruits. Again, I'll see if I can include some pictures of what it looks like in and around here. But yeah, so if you find any of those next to you, if you can find them anywhere, pick them, make tea out of them. The tea, when you do make tea, especially out of leaves, it's going to taste like a sweet green tea or a sweet oolong tea. So very awesome for you. So that's my rant. I had a lot of friends, family, and again, people on YouTube ask me what your diet consists of. So I'm just going to make a video and I can kind of dive into the things. So vegetables, tons and tons and tons of vegetables, all kinds of fiber and all that stuff. A lot of people now, they got all kinds of cholesterol problems. Their blood's not running through their veins that well. They've got some bowels, some, passing of their bowels. Maybe they don't go to the bathroom every day or every other day, and that is not healthy. You should be having at least one bowel movement a day, 2 if you're lucky, or depending on your diet and your fiber intake. So again, I'm going to be 43 in about a week. I've been doing this plant-based lifestyle, mostly plant-based lifestyle, since around 2017, 2018, and I feel fantastic. My vision's gotten better. I don't have some of the joint pains that I used to have. So, and as you get older, you should be feeling worse, not better, as most people would say. So that's about all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hear more on nutrition, anything like that, or more stuff about my diet, let me know. One other thing I wanted to say is that I don't take any supplements. I really don't take any protein, vitamin C, collagen, fish oils. I don't take anything. I used to take supplements back in the day. I don't take anything anymore. And again, I think protein's a little bit overrated. However, so many people are going to argue with me on that. I don't take any protein, and again, I feel fantastic. So until next time, subscribe, comment down below, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. Have yourself a great day, and bye for now.